Whoa, we got a lot to cover today. We got a lot to talk about, and so we probably aren't spending much time on any of these topics. We might just blow through this. Chapter chimes in the description below. Skip to whichever story you want. I'm gonna say that before the intro even rolls, just so I don't get people complaining about it as if you didn't know. They're always there. They're always there. What's up, everybody? D-Man back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're doing another Godzilla news and updates. This one is a general Godzilla news and updates. This one's not about any one movie in particular, and so let's talk about Godzilla. Starting out here, gotta give a shout out to Alyssa GojiGeek101. Now, for those of you who don't know, she's a YouTuber in the Godzilla community. She posts mostly Godzilla videos at the moment, but it sounds like maybe she might expand, which I think is a great idea. She does a lot of synth covers and cool stuff like that. Her and I recently did a live stream discussion. I shared it out. If you didn't see it, now you can go check it out using the link down below. It's posted on her channel. But she did a post live stream reflection, and so I figured I'd share that one down below as well, so that you guys could go check that one out and hear her takeaways from the live stream. Next up, it took me a little bit. I'm sorry, KZ. It took me a little bit. It took me 23 days at minimum, right? KaijuZilla 621 did a Godzilla YouTube Rewind, another one. He did one last year as well. You can go check that out using the link in the description below. While we're on that topic, I figure I might as well show my unedited submission clips. Well, I mean, they are edited. My submission clips to that, because why not?
Dans la gouttière où j'ai eu un flash en 4 couleurs. Allez hop, un matin, il était allez hop, nanana, quel banner, quelle vibration de s'envoyer ce paillasson.
There you go. Now, not only do you see I'm not only the S-tier Godzilla YouTuber that you know me as / amazing musician that you can check out all my piano videos on D-Man1954 Music, link in the description below. I'm also an amazing dancer. Dude, did you see how good I dance? I'm the greatest dancer in the world. I've spent too much time on this segment. Let's move on. I've got this YouTuber link down below. I can't even describe how cool some of the stuff he makes is. It's really cool. It's impressive. That's what it is. It's impressive. Anothen Blue. We're gonna pretend I said that right. I didn't. I'm gonna pretend I did. Anothen Blue's Smash videos. Yes, he makes Smash videos. Yeah, baby. But he makes he made a really cool custom stuff. He does like Godzilla stuff. So he has like Namikawa from Planet X. He did a custom of her. And then he does like Shin Godzilla and Godzilla in Smash. And so I also linked down an edit of Shin Godzilla in Smash. That's awesome. It's such a cool video. If this was a real thing, I'd be so hyped for it. I've played a little bit of Smash and I have some fun with it. But if they put something like Godzilla in, I'd have a little more incentive to play it, but it's a sweet video, man. I tell you what, go check it out. It's also a good meme because, come on, Godzilla and Smash. Let's make it a thing. Petition time. Justin McGee. I like that name, Justin McGee. I don't know if I say that right, but that's what I think it is. Justin McGee is a YouTuber who does music covers, and one of his music covers was for the theme of Godzilla vs. Gigan. Now, I've actually been hanging on to this video for a while, waiting for another general Godzilla news and updates to share it out, but it's really impressive. I like these ones where they have overlapping videos where they kind of duet with themselves. I've done that in the past, but not to the extent that this guy does, where he has like 5 different videos overlapping. Really impressive. It's hard to get the timing on that. I'll tell you what, I have a lot of respect for that, and he's also a very talented musician, so I had to share it off. Wanda Band's Colorized Godzilla 1954 clip. He colorized Godzilla's first appearance, the first reveal of Godzilla from the 1954 film. I'll tell you, it is weird watching this clip in color, but it's kind of awesome. Look, don't take away my ability to watch the film in black and white. That's the way I'm gonna watch it primarily. primarily, but if we had a Blu-ray colorized release of Godzilla 1954, I'd be pretty damn hyped about that. It'd also be easier to get younger kids into that because younger kids, they don't like black and white, do they? My little brother actually cried one time when I turned on a black and white movie just because he hates black and white so much. I don't know what the kids are about these days. They just can't do it. They cannot do black and white. I think it adds a certain style and flair to it, so I like it. But like I said, I'd be all for a fully high-def remastered colorized version of the 54 Godzilla and 55 Raids again, and while we're at it, let's do Kong and Son of Kong. Why did I put this here? I don't know. HBO Max gets the MonsterVerse and Criterion Godzilla films. I feel like I should have put this slightly later in the video, but we're doing it now because it's listed here in the credits. Yes, HBO Max now has all the MonsterVerse films, those being Godzilla 2014, Kong Skull Island, and Godzilla King of the Monsters, but now they also have all of the films that Criterion had, so you can check out the entire Showa era on HBO Max if you have it. What's up next? You already know it's Eminem's Godzilla featuring Juice WRLD. I gotta say, I didn't like this song the first time I heard it. Mostly because it's like, why you title the song Godzilla? It's not related to Godzilla. You'd think maybe it would be because a movie did just come out this year with Godzilla. So you think maybe they're gonna do something relating to it, but they don't. It mentions Godzilla like 3 times and that's about it. But let's be honest, Juice WRLD's voice is awesome. Rest in peace. Great singer, and the song's grown on me. I've listened to it a lot, getting hyped up to do this video. It's a cool song. I'm gonna be honest, I like it a lot more than I did the first time I heard it. That's also because like the more you're familiar with something, the more it grows on you. By the way, I'm showing random clips here of our boy Yoko Higuchi, who we'll talk about in a second, but he is the one who edited what's on screen at the moment. Anyways, we have a guy on Twitter. Let's see how long this link is actually accessible because his first one got deleted already, so let's see how long it takes for the second one. Christorex, I'm gonna pretend I said your name right, bro. He made an edit to the Godzilla King of the Monsters end credits featuring the Monster song. That's what it should be called. Monster is what the Eminem song should be called. Godzilla, though, that's what they called it, because Godzilla's a badass. He made an edit to the Godzilla King of the Monsters end credits, which was originally set to Serge Tankian's cover of the Blue Oyster Cult Godzilla song, and now it's got Eminem's Godzilla on there. And I've seen a lot of people talking about they want Eminem's Godzilla song to be the end credits song to Godzilla vs. Kong. It's not happening. The song is definitely not appropriate for the more family targeted demographic of the MonsterVerse, if you listen to the lyrics anyways. But also, I got some news for you guys. The movie is not called Godzilla 3 and Kong's in it. The movie's called Godzilla vs. Kong, as in they're sharing billing. As in, you're not gonna make the end credits song Godzilla and not have it be anything to do with King Kong. Anyways, like I was saying earlier, Yoko Higuchi made a pretty badass Godzilla tribute featuring the Eminem song, where I'm gonna be honest, that kind of blew me away. I didn't think it was gonna be as cool as it was, and then I watched it and it was awesome. So great job there. Yoko's a great editor. And of course, I don't know if I mentioned this, but he worked on Shin Godzilla as well. I feel like I have to mention that because if I don't, people are gonna comment about it, but he did. He worked on Shin Godzilla and he's a legend. Great guy. I'm trying to blow through news here. We got a lot to talk about. Godzilla is returning to Anime Matsuri this year. You should already know that on this channel. Godzilla will be returning to Anime Matsuri in Houston, which is a convention held in Houston every year. It's an anime convention, but it also features a big Godzilla presence this year. Godzilla will be at the George Brown Convention Center from July 9th through 12th, 2020. This is a pretty big event. If you guys didn't catch my unboxing of the X Plus Gigantic Series Godzilla 2019, I highly recommend you go and watch it. They are also doing a Godzilla hotel room, and your boy is gonna host the official Godzilla vs. Kong panel featuring stars from the movies. I don't know what that means. That's what I've been told. I'm hyped and nervous for it at the same time, but I have no information on what that actually means. I have a slight guess on who they might bring, but I don't know what I'm gonna be doing up there or who I'm gonna be talking to. But anyways, it's gonna be an official Godzilla vs. Kong panel in association with Toho, so I'm super nervous about that. Wow. What are we doing next? Let's move on. Toho has some weird plans. They are planning on making a life-sized Shin Godzilla head model. So it's gonna be the kind of upper part of Shin Godzilla's chest. You're gonna get his hand and his head, and it's gonna be modeled after when he gets knocked over at the end of the film and he gets knocked down onto that train station. They start pumping him full of coagulant. Although this time he's not gonna be on a train station. He is gonna be on the Awaji Island. I don't know where, but he's gonna be on the Awaji Island, which is an island connected to Japan. They have a small scale model at the moment, but they also have some life-size renders of it. They had an ad for it as well, and they are really ramping up to make this a big thing. I think they are aiming for a 2020 to 2021 release date. I'm not positive on that. I probably should have looked into it a little more, but my guess is going to be if they're starting it now, they started it last year in 2019, they're going to get it done by 2022. That's my guess, because Shin Godzilla is a big boy, and so it's going to be a big undertaking to make this Godzilla exhibit. Not a lot of information is known about what's going to be there at the exhibit, but we know that it's going to be a big life-size Godzilla Exhibit. Toho has a different Godzilla exhibit. This one was inside Toho Studios, so we got some pictures of that. They set this up on November 3rd, 2019 for Godzilla's 65th birthday. And we'll talk a little bit more about that birthday here in a little bit after we talk about how TJ Storm, who plays Godzilla in the MonsterVerse, flew out to Japan. When he was in Japan, he started to do a whole bunch of stuff, including visit Toho. And we'll talk about the rest of the stuff he did when we talk about Godzilla's birthday, which is right now. Tell me that Eminem's the only one that can rap. I feel like I'm sitting here rapping this whole video. I mean, I feel like I'm talking really quick during this video, and so people are gonna get really disoriented, and I already use jump cuts to make my videos way faster than they're supposed to be. Anyways, let's talk about what's going on here. Godzilla's 65th birthday happened November 3rd, 2019. It was pretty epic. We celebrated on the channel. You already know that because you were on the channel, and if you're not on the channel for that long, please be on the channel for longer so you can be around for the next anniversary. I don't know. Please subscribe. I really need your help. I need gratification. Please help me. What am I doing? Godzilla's 65th birthday was held in Japan. They did a Godzilla festival in Japan to celebrate that 65th birthday, featuring a 35 numbered countdown for all of Godzilla's films, ranging from the 1954 film to the King of the Monsters film that came out in 2019. Pretty epic that they included the MonsterVerse films, as they don't usually give those the credit they deserve. Oh god, we have so much to cover that I'm trying my best to blast through it. Yes, Godzilla had a full birthday celebration there. It was awesome. Stars Akira Takarada, TJ Storm, and Haruo Nakajima's daughter Sone Nakajima were there at Godzilla's birthday. I gotta say, all three of these people I've met in person, all three of these people are incredible people. TJ's a really fun guy. He's an awesome guy. I hope to talk to him again soon. I'm glad that I can keep in touch with him. He's the only one that I can keep in touch with, so him and I talk, and he's a legend. Sone Nakajima might be the nicest person I've ever met. No joke, she might be the nicest person I've ever met. She's just such an incredible person. And then Akira Takarada, he's also an incredible guy, super nice. I have so much respect for those two. I can't even put into words how much I have respect for those two. TJ Storm, when he was in Japan celebrating Godzilla's birthday, he did the Godzilla iconic dance from Invasion of Astro Monster, which is really fun to see. And he also got to meet someone whose name I'm not going to pronounce right. It's Ninsai Kaiju. I don't know if I said her name right. I'm going to pretend I did. She was an artist who I believe was at G-Fest. TJ Storm also interacted with fans when he was out there, which is really cool. I got some of that link down below as well. It's so cool to see TJ Storm paying respect to Godzilla like that. That's awesome. Good to see that he's not some phony who doesn't care about the character. He cares about Godzilla. That's what I like to see. What are we talking about next? We got to move on. We got stuff to cover. Godzilla directors talk about their dream Godzilla films. Not going to spend much time on this, but there is some cool information here. This was at Godzilla's birthday as well. They had some of the Godzilla directors there, and we got a panel for them, and we learned some interesting stuff. So I'm just going to read you this little blurb, and that's going to be that. During a panel at Godzilla Fest 2019 in Japan, several familiar staff members appeared, including producer, I'm not going to pronounce any of these guys' names right, Shogo Tomiyama, and directors Azumi Omori, the director of Godzilla vs. Biollante and Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, as well as Tako Okawara, who directed Godzilla vs. Destroyer, Godzilla 2000, and Masaki Tezuka, who directed Godzilla vs. Megaguirus, and the Kiryu duology. Also had Shisuke Kaneko, who directed the JMK movies and the Heisei Gamera trilogy. I met him as well, super nice guy as well. Good stuff there. When asked if they could helm a new Godzilla movie, what monsters they would like to feature, Tomiyama said a Mechagodzilla spin-off series, not Kiryu, with miniature special effects. A spin-off series could be interesting. I don't know what Mechagodzilla you'd want to spin off. Maybe the one from 75. That could be cool to see, like him destroying Tokyo. That could be a cool little, let's fight Mechagodzilla movie, and for whatever reason Godzilla's not going to help until maybe the end. I don't know how that'd work, but that'd be pretty interesting. Omori said a live action movie with Bagan, of course Bagan has to make a comeback, or Biollante solo movie rated 15+. I don't know if that's the Japanese equivalent of R, but a Biollante solo movie is already interesting to me, and a rated R Biollante solo movie, well sure, I love rated R movies, why not? I don't know if 15+ is the Japanese equivalent, but I think it might be, because you wouldn't really specify on that otherwise. Is it Okawara or Okawara? I feel like Okawara is too much of a Western pronunciation. Says a movie with a skeleton Godzilla. Okay, all right, interesting. I feel like that's a little bit of the Ghost Godzilla vibes. Maybe he just wants to do something like that still. Tezuka said a movie featuring space monster King Ghidorah. Sure, yeah. The director of the Kiryu duology. That could be cool to have him touch King Ghidorah. That could be interesting. And Kaneko says a movie with a colony of Kamacuras. Nice. So basically the anime films that we didn't get to see. Or Godzilla vs. Gamera. Woo! That's what we like to hear. Godzilla vs. Gamera. Where a Justice Gamera dies to an evil Godzilla. That is what I'm talking about. Yes. Gamera being the good guy would be great. Godzilla being evil is absolutely what I want. That'd be such an epic crossover. Maybe not as epic as King Kong for me, but that'd be pretty close. Especially if it's directed by Kaneko, who did the Gamera trilogy in the Heisei era. That is what I'm interested in. They also say there was an elementary school student in the crowd who shouted out the names of Barubori. I don't know who that is. I don't know what that is. Dragon, and Space Godzilla. And they said, shout out to you, kid. Epic. Now that we're done with that, let's move on. Akira Takarada wins the Chairman's Achievement Award. I don't know what that award is, but it's awesome to see him still getting recognition. And he's also still getting work, as we're about to talk about. He is doing voice acting now. I don't think he's doing live action acting anymore, but he's still doing voice acting. He is doing voice acting for Star Wars, and he is also, I don't know why he took this job, he's also doing voice acting for the Japanese dub of Cats. I guess he feels bad. He's like, hey, listen, at some point, someone had to dub Godzilla vs. Hedorah, and I feel responsible for that, having started the franchise, and I'm just trying to pay my debt back by having someone dub that weird movie. Now I gotta dub a weird movie. That's the only way I can feel like that's justified for this legend to be touching that train wreck. All right, you guys ready for this? Because this is the big news. Shinkalion Transforming Robot Shinkalion, the movie, the mythically fast ALFAX that came from the future. And you're telling me that GMK has a long title, or that City on the Edge of Battle has a long title. So that is a movie that came out in Japan last year in December in 2019. From what I understand, from what you guys have told me on Twitter, Shinkalion is like Japanese Transformers, except that they're trains. It's kind of like Evangelion, but they started out as trains or something weird. I don't know. You guys didn't do a great job of explaining it, but that's basically what you guys explained it to me as. Godzilla's crossing over with Shinkalion, along with some other franchises. I think Eva might have had a crossover with Shinkalion, but we know for a fact Godzilla is having a crossover with Shinkalion, and it is the Snow Godzilla. So that's our new design, is Snow Godzilla, featured in an anime. So Godzilla's returning to anime already. Not even a full year has passed since his last romp through the anime genre, and he's already returned to anime, and we will see him return to anime again, as we'll talk about in a little bit. But yes, there is a new Shinkalion movie. It has come out. I think it's coming out on like home release soon, and it features a Godzilla cameo. Now, I will tell you, I've seen Godzilla's cameo. I believe I've seen all like 30 seconds of his screen time. He doesn't do much. Basically, the images that we have, that's what he does. This girl piloting a Shinkalion, I'm going to call the thing that she's piloting a Shinkalion, assuming they're like Evangelions. I don't know, but that's what I'm going to say. She's piloting a Shinkalion, and she runs across Godzilla in a snowy environment. He turns around covered in snow, roars at her, and then fires a big beam of white ice breath at her. It knocks her out, and then she wakes up and Godzilla's gone. That is the screen time for Godzilla. As far as I'm aware in the movie, he doesn't have much screen time. He is a cameo. That's it. That being said, he looks awesome. The ice breath is a cool addition to Godzilla. I like having the polar opposite of a burning Godzilla. Now we have a snow Godzilla, not quite an ice Godzilla, but he's a snow Godzilla. That's a cool contrast with what we had previously. I think that's really cool. One thing I do find interesting is that Godzilla in this new anime does feature a fan design that was done by someone named Gemstone on YouTube. For those of you who don't know, Gemstone designed one of my favorite Godzilla designs. In fact, Prayers for Peace is a novel I'm writing, and I was developing some pseudo concept art, not actual concept art, but like the closest thing I'm gonna have to concept art for it. And if you can see this, the design I chose to use to feature Godzilla was the Gemstone design. Now, I haven't finished this. I only started it a couple months ago, and then I haven't really touched it a whole lot. As you can see, I still need to like draw most of Godzilla here, and I still need to definitely draw a lot of this Godzilla. I basically only got this Godzilla sketched out, and then I got this Godzilla started. I didn't really get much into this Godzilla, but I featured the Gemstone design as what my Godzilla was look like, and the 54 design, because in my story, Godzilla is supposed to be this perfect organism. He was supposed to look like the 54 Godzilla. Just due to deterioration from nuclear deterioration, he winds up looking like the Gemstone design. That's what's going on with him. So he's all scarred up from the atomic blast, and over the decades, he no longer looks like what he started out as a result of his skin rotting away from being hit with an atomic bomb. And that's the backstory for my Godzilla. Anyways, they featured the Gemstone design, which is really interesting. Also, Toho is interested in more anime films, but Polygon Pictures is not working on them. It was reported a few months ago that Polygon Pictures was already working on a new set of anime films. This has been confirmed to not be the truth. Polygon Pictures has not started development on a new Godzilla trilogy, as was reported, but Toho is definitely interested in more anime films. They don't know if they want them to be set in the same universe or not. They are just interested in more, and they're definitely going to do more within the next 5 years. I can say that pretty confidently. I can't say that with certainty, but I can say it with confidence. Last thing for the video. Godzilla has an official website that I've got linked down below. It's a Toho ran website. You can go check it out for yourself. That's it. That's all the news for the video. Was that enough for you? Because it was sure enough for me. This video is already 26 minutes, and I'm going to have to edit it, which means I'm going to spend an eternity editing it. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you guys next time for the next one. D-Man, out.